Here we have for sale our 2018 on an 18 plate Citroen Berlingo Enterprise. This is the 625, that means it's got a 625 kilogram payload. It's the 1.6 HDI, which is the Euro 6 engine, the blue HDI. And it's the 75 brake horsepower model. A short wheelbase, and what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Berlingo Enterprise of this year. We'll also talk you through a little bit about the condition as well, seeing as this vehicle is now available for sale. So starting at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that we've got rear barn doors. What I mean by that are two doors which open in that direction. You can see here that we've got a 60-40 split there on the rear barn doors. On an Enterprise as well, you get as standard integrated into the rear bumper. You get rear parking sensors, as you can see there. That comes as standard, and the Enterprise badge there denoting the model as well. If we open up the rear barn doors, you can see just down here this little yellow tab. If you pull on that tab in that direction, you can then push the door out to its 180-degree position like so. You can do exactly the same with the other door, or alternatively you can just leave it in its 90-degree position just there. The back of the van is fully ply-lined. You can see that we've got this rubber floor overmat, but as I say, it is fully ply-lined underneath there, so you could choose to keep that as protection or take that out if you so wanted to. Plenty of tie-down points here around the back of the van. There's also a 12-volt socket here as well. If you've got one of those little handheld hoovers or something like that, that's always handy to have. But as I say, fully ply-lined, which stops any outward dents there, protects the van from any cargo which may be moving around here in the back. And we can see that we've got the ladder bulkhead there just behind the driver's seat, which is ideal for protection there for any, as I say, any load which is maybe moving around in the back. Also, there's another reason for that, and that's because you've got this great versatility of the passenger seat just there, and I'll show you that in a second of why that would be, or why I would mention that. In terms of condition, very difficult to fault. Looking here at the rear doors, so I can't really see any particular marks or anything like that, or dents. It's all in very, very good order, I must say. Looking down the passenger side of the vehicle, again, very similar story down here. I'm trying to have a look in the reflections there, see if there's anything I can point out to you. The sill, all very nice. Even the wheel trims there. You do get these wheel trims as standard on an Enterprise. All in very good order indeed. Fuel cap there on the left hand side, and that's where your AdBlue is there. You get a separate tank there for the AdBlue. On the subject of AdBlue, what that allows you to do is go into the ultra low emissions zone areas such as central London without having to pay the ultra low emissions zone charge relating to that area. So anyone in those areas, they are expanding those areas around London and into other cities as well. So as time goes on, it's going to be crucial to have a van with AdBlue or be Euro 6 compliant, which this one is. If we have a look as well, if we open up the side loading door here, I can show you how this seat works. So very, very simple. You've got this blue tab here on the top. If you give that a good pull, it will then release the seat and you can fold it down flat like so, and then you can load all the way through into the passenger side. This is a hard sort of metal back on the seat there as well to protect it from, so if you've got a plank of wood in there or something, it protects the back of the seat from any damage. And then simply pull on the blue tab and then you can pull it back up into place. Just got to make sure that you don't catch your seatbelt receiver there, don't catch that. There's a little yellow tab under here. If you pull on that, you can pull the seat up, and that reveals the jack and toolkit under there. In the middle, there's another blue tab here. If you pull on that one, I can just see if I can do that for you. If you pull on that one, what you can then do is fold the back of the middle seat. You can fold that all the way down. And so that's got a nice hard plastic back on it with a little elastic there as well, somewhere to store some paperwork. And you can pull up this middle seat as well, and that gives you some under-seat storage there. So plenty of versatility there with the passenger seats. Makes them, I think, quite unique in terms of the small vans, of just how versatile those two passenger seats are. You can see there is a USB port down there, and I've got my phone plugged into that, and that's not just to charge it. I'll show you the reason why I've done that in just a second. We go around to the driver's side, so stay watching for that. We've got this nice rubber overmat here, and it's all carpeted in the front as well to give it more of a car-like feel. And they are very car-like to drive, these vans. They certainly don't feel like a sort of tinny, stereotypical van to drive. They are, I say, very, very nice to drive. Great on fuel as well. The combined figures are very impressive indeed. You're going to be into the 40s or 50s in real-world driving, depending on how you drive it, of course. But again, in terms of condition, looking at the front bumper here, it's all in very good order. The bonnet, there's no sort of excessive stone chipping. Of course, you are going to get the odd stone chip here or there, as it is a used commercial vehicle at the end of the day. And looking here down the driver's side, again, looking in the reflection there for any dents or ripples or anything like that, it's all in very good order. As I say, of course, you're going to have to expect the odd stone chip here or there, but as I say, all in all, very, very nice condition, I think, for a used vehicle. If we open up the driver's door, let's have a look at the spec that we get inside on the driver's side. So we have got electric mirrors just there. You can see that we've got 2 full remote keys. On this stalk here, that is your radio control, so you can control the volume, etc. there. You've got a button on the end of this stalk which controls your onboard computer. And if we have a look at that, you can see the mileage there, 39,987 miles. And the van is running at the moment, so it's all idling correctly. There's no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. Up on top of the dashboard, if you pull on this little hole there, you've got some storage on top of the dashboard up there. If we turn the steering wheel over to the left-hand side, you've got your cruise control stalk just there as well, so very nice to have cruise control if anyone who's doing any motorway mileage. Looking at the condition of the seats, all in lovely condition, no rips, tears, cigarette burns, anything like that. And you've got that rubber overmat as well to protect the floor on the driver's side as well. If we jump in, we've got electric windows, you've got a 12-volt socket just there. Air conditioning comes as standard on an Enterprise, and you've got this lovely screen. And this is why I've got my phone plugged in, is because this van has Apple Carplay. So very, very nice feature indeed to have for anyone who's had Apple Carplay on a vehicle before. I'm sure you'll agree it's very user-friendly. So you can listen to things like your Apple Music on here, you can use the Apple Maps, you can also use Google Maps if you prefer that, or you can listen to music via Spotify. But lots of usability with this, and I think far better than a traditional radio system or traditional sat-nav system. It's very nice to have. You've got an AUX port up here as well. If we press the menu button, you can go back as well, of course, to the normal radio, and you have got DAB radio. If I press on source there, you have got DAB radio there as well. So as I say, if you're not interested in Apple CarPlay or anything like that, as I say, you've got DAB radio, so you can find just about any station that you like. But I say, all in all, well-spec'd little vans, very economical to run, great condition on this particular example, just under 40,000 miles, and it is Euro 6 as well for anyone who is in the relevant area. If you'd like to inquire on this van, please feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance at very competitive rates, starting at as low as 7.9% APR, and we can also take cars or vans in part exchange as well. Thank you very much for watching.